Hello everybody, and welcome back to the channel. Now today, I'm going to be showing you how you can beat the Eye of Cthulhu in a couple of easy steps. The first step you're going to want to accomplish is getting a house and arena set up. This will be key for fighting all bosses, so you're going to want to set this up pretty early on. Try to get a ton of wooden platforms and campfires, and set them up in a way so that way you will be able to heal fast and easy. You can see I obviously messed this up because I didn't get enough platforms where I can jump up all the way, but it is still essential to have platforms. Some people prefer to fight without platforms, and if you do, that's okay, but it will be a little easier with platforms, so just keep that in mind. The next thing you're going to want to do is get NPCs to move into your house. So, to get the merchant to move in, you're going to want to collect about 50 silver coins. I have added these in unnaturally to prepare the world, so it's a lot better. And as you can see, I do not have 50 coins, but I have all the NPCs required except the angler is included. So the angler is, you're gonna want him if you want to get some good loot pre-hard mode, but what you're gonna want to do is, to get the nurse, increase your maximum life. So that's pretty simple. All you have to do is go underground and find life crystals such as these. Now, to the items. You're going to want, these are the necessities for the fight: gold or better armor, 12 lenses, Hermes boots, and a cloud in a bottle. You're also going to want a gold bow or better, and 50 flaming arrows, as well as 25 fallen stars. You're going to want to equip all these, and once you've done so, I prefer hide visuals. You will be looking pretty cool. Nice, fierce fighting. You're also going to want the gold bow ready at all times with flaming arrows to protect you from the eye. You also are going to want at least 5 life crystals. Doing that will increase your maximum life, therefore making it easier to stay alive during the fight. You're also going to want 5 mana crystals, which will be used to increase your maximum mana. Now, it's not required, but I would advise getting some form of magic weapon such as a wand of sparking. It's not required, and I don't have one here, but still. Other items that are not required, but will still be way helpful, are the enchanted boomerang, the enchanted sword, the shiny red balloon, and the fledgling wings. The shiny red balloon and the fledgling wings are very, very good for a boss fight, because fledgling wings are the only pre-hard mode wings, and the shiny red balloon increases jump height. The enchanted boomerang and the enchanted sword are also very helpful for boss fights like these, where high damage is essential. The enchanted sword is basically a pre-hard mode version of True Knight's Edge, Influx Wave, or any sword that has a sword projectile. Very helpful during the fight. You may also want to have fledgling wings and shiny red balloon, so your stuff is better, but they are not required. I would seriously recommend getting them, so try to find Sky Islands as fast as you can. Now, after you're all geared up and ready to go, something you're going to notice is you need 6 lenses to craft a suspicious looking eye, which will summon the Eye of Cthulhu. But that's weird. When I look in the crafting spot, I can't. What you're going to want to do is talk to the guide, select crafting, and choose lens. Now, you'll see the suspicious looking eye. Do not get it confused with the mechanical eye. That's for hard mode. The suspicious looking eye needs 6 lenses and you have 12. But why can't you craft it? you need to craft your crimson altar. Those can be found in any altars can be found in the world evil, usually a little deeper underground. But I've messed around with the mechanics a bit, so one will spawn right in front of a little cavern. If you can, try to find a desert temple. Very helpful with loot. Most of the time it contains pharaoh robes, which are just vanity items. But once you have, some may contain magic carpets and sandstorms in a bottle, which will be very helpful for fighting bosses. The sandstorm in a bottle is a better version of the cloud in a bottle, allowing some form of flight. I don't know how to describe it. Now, depending on what your world is, you may not have to cross the jungle to find your world, but we will have to cross the jungle to find it. Now, you will probably find other items on the way, which may be useful, such as aglets, which increase your speed, which is very helpful for when you're fighting. Oh, here we go, crimson. Now, at the mouth of a cavern, there's going to be an altar. I placed it there. Yeah, see, right up here. This thing right here is an altar. Do not try to break it. Doing so will cause you to lose 60 health. Now, as you can see, we now have the option to craft a suspicious looking eye. The reason I recommend getting 12 lenses first is so if your first fight goes wrong or you want to fight the eye again, you'll have an extra one. Now, here's the hard part. We have to go all the way back. And since I didn't include a magic mirror because you don't need it to fight the boss, it's going to take a while. But we're getting pretty close, so we'll be there in not too long. I could just, like, suicide, but the problem with that is I'll drop a bunch of coins, which would not be fun. So we'll run back, and by then, if it gets dark enough, we should be able to, it should be dark enough to summon the eye. Now, the tricky part, of course, is fighting. The enchanted sword and flaming arrows combined with the gold bow will shred through the boss. But the odds are you're not going to find an enchanted sword until a little later. And that's because they're hidden underground. And they're usually kind of a pain to find. But the more likely weapon that you'll find first is the enchanted boomerang, because it's easy to craft. The enchanted sword is not craftable. You find it like these weird enchanted sword type things. And those are usually a huge pain to find, considering a lot of them are fake and don't actually contain the real weapon. But if you get lucky enough, you will find the enchanted sword, which is very helpful pre-hard mode. Alright, here we are back here. Now, you're going to want the nurse to be easy to talk to. So you're going to want the nurse, like, all the way up here. See this? What I did was I built a little platform so that way I can drop through anytime to talk to the nurse and then fly right back out into the back room. This will be very helpful in keeping you alive, but just remember, the nurse costs money. You also can go on angler quests before, but these are usually kind of a pain, and you don't really get very good items until later in hard mode. And also, some fish are kind of spoilers to later parts in the game. But most importantly, they're a little bit of a pain, and they usually don't reward you with good loot until later. You're also going to want to increase NPC happiness to create pylons, but those aren't really helpful in boss fights. They're more for traveling from place to place really fast. So you're going to want to remember to find a, what's it called? Yeah, you're going to want your NPCs to be happy. Anyways, it's nearly nighttime. Now, when the music changes from this to a different tone, you'll know it's night. Also, it depends where you are, because since this has at least 3 NPCs in the immediate area with housing, as you can see, what'll happen is it changes the environment. Monsters have a way less chance to spawn, and combined with the fact that most of the time spawns have sunflowers near them, that also reduces monster spawn in a way that makes it so nearly no monsters will spawn at night. In fact, the only time I've had monsters spawn in a town was during a blood moon or solar eclipse, but solar eclipses aren't till late hard mode, and blood moons are pretty hard and don't come till later. But it's almost time. You can also try to find a sky island with the Star Fury. That would be very helpful. Oh, music changed. Alright, we can now summon the eye, but first you're going to want to gear up on health increasing potions, such as the lesser healing potion. Cheap and effective. You can create keyboard shortcuts for healing. I have one. But alright. Are you ready to fight? Here we go. There's the eye. Now, the enchanted sword will chip away at itself very steadily. Watch out for the servants of cthulu. They may be small and have low attack damage, but they're very good. Using the flaming arrows from Golden Bow is like a double. You'll be getting the flaming effect, which slowly chips away at itself, and there's normal arrow damage. Now, keep in mind, you're going to want to stay near the campfires, so healing is greatly increased. Now, depending on your weapons, it may take shorter or longer. We're already getting a good start on the boss. This is just kind of fighting servants. Now, the point of armor is to help protect you from the boss's attacks, and so far it's doing its job. Our defense has gone up, and it's starting to show. If you can, try to get a mace, those are very helpful, or Jester's arrows, which can be crafted with an arrow and a fallen star. Very helpful indeed. Like I said, I can't stress the campfires enough. It's going to... Oh, the boss is transforming into the second phase, which, depending on your mode, may be faster. In Classic, it's just normal, except it has higher damage and charges more. It also doesn't summon servants of cthulu anymore. Now, what are the pros and cons of fighting this? The pros, of course, are it's an easy way to get Demonite and Demonite tier items. Depending on your mode, you may get items like the Shield of Cthulhu. And also, you get bragging tiers. Now, bosses like the Eye of Cthulhu aren't strictly necessary for advancing in the game. No, interesting fact, no pre-hard mode boss is necessary to move forward. As you can see, I said at least 50 flaming arrows, and even that is so just down to the enchantments. The pros of the boomerang is you can get more than one hit on it. only a one-hit shot. Oh, and here we go. Let's see what we got. Crimson Seeds, Crimson Ore, sorry, mixed up, and a very rare drop known as the Binoculars. Now, these increase view range when held. As you can see, I'll give you an example. This is normal view range, binocular view range. Anyways, binoculars are semi-rare drop, have way less chance than dropping that a lot of them do. And then, yeah, that's just me getting lucky. But if you get something you aren't satisfied with, or you just want to farm for more money, because look, we got 6 gold just from that fight, then you can farm it multiple times. I'm not going to do it this episode because, you know, that'd be kind of lame and take forever. So, anyways, thank you for watching. Please remember to like and subscribe. If you do like it, then please, yes, subscribe. It's really helping my channel grow. And remember to hit the notification bell so you know when I drop new videos. Thank you for watching, and good luck on your boss fights.